Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. So for today's pick a card, we're going to be looking into what is transforming next in your life. So I'm going to try to get the area of your life that's transforming, or it could be a specific thing. It could obviously be yourself. I feel like, we will get some interesting messages, being that there's 4 different groups, so it might be a lot of messages coming through. But I have never done this topic before, so I'm going to see where the questions take me. I don't know if I'll end up kind of changing the question a little bit there. Before I show you the 4 groups, I wanted to briefly mention that the next small video I will have out to you guys, I will be talking about my handmade products that I know I've been taking a million years to put out there. But this is my cleansing smudge spray. It's a smokeless, it's an alternative to using the smoke and the sage. You can use it indoors and stuff like that, and everything I make for the sprays also comes in an oil form, and I believe I can only ship to the US, so I will give you guys information about that next time. But anyway, to be continued. So we have here the 4 groups. I'll show you each one. This is group number 1, the rose quartz. It's a giant piece. Group number 2 is the geode agate, or agate geode, whichever. Group number 3 is the crystal lotus. Group number 4 is the incense holder. Okay, so just take as much time as you need. If you don't feel right to watch the video now, that's okay. That's just divine timing letting you know that there. And then so you can pause if you need to. And whenever you are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the rose quartz. So this is the Light Seers Tarot. Spirit, this reading is for group 1. And what is transforming in their life next, what area of their life, or just any specifics. Please and thank you for group number 1. Okay. Kind of hard to shuffle. Spirit, do you have a starting message for group number 1, rose quartz? What do they need to know? What do we need to know about what's transforming next in their life, or what is even currently transforming? Any general message for group 1? Okay, this is really awesome. We have the 6 of Wands. So you are definitely celebrating something here. You are successful in this card, okay? There is definitely some achievement that's happening, and there also could be a connection to something that relates to specifically your passion, not for 100% of you, because it obviously depends on the situation, but you are going to be very successful with something. So that could be broad, that could involve a lot of different areas of life. So let's see if we can get some specifics for you guys. Okay, Spirit, for group number 1, in what area is this, please? Thank you. I definitely feel like for many of you, if it is relevant, there's going to be something having to do with being recognized, being acknowledged, recognized, or even admired to a certain extent. People are going to notice. So I don't know if it's going to be the type of success where it's just you observing your results. I do feel for many of you, if not all of you, there's going to be involved here other people noticing your results as well, your success. Because you can see it really looks like this person is facing a crowd and kind of like receiving some type of praise. Honestly, the first thing that I thought of was like those talent shows or American Idol, or like one of those kinds of shows. Not that that's literally, but hey, you never know, right? But it just seems like this person was receiving the praise or the cheers and stuff like that. The wheel here. Okay, this is getting really good. Okay, so this is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, my first impression of this is balancing. Okay, so a lot of what you're doing, a lot of what you're achieving in has to do with your spiritual balance. So the spiritual will extend to the mental balance, and of course, physical. Like physical body as well as physical world. So, you know, it also could be your life in some ways. What I'm getting here is that it was very imbalanced, but you somehow found a way to navigate all of that. I couldn't help but notice the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom to make us, you know, to maybe give us a hint that this is going to be financially prosperous for you as well. I mean, why wouldn't it be, right? So again, you found a way to balance everything. She's like doing a little bit of a mini tree pose here. And there's dice. I don't know if maybe some of this involved you taking a risk of some sort. And it does look like you overcame quite a bit of darkness and cloudiness, as you can see here. Okay. You can see the yin and yang energy as well coming from the hands. And they're still not quite telling me exactly what this is, but you guys can kind of figure. And the reason for this is because even though I wanted to get a specific area, I think that wasn't really like a fair thing to do. I think this is more of just the actual energy stream is very powerful, and it is going to look different for everyone. But you were able to balance spiritually, and the actual success is right there, almost within your hands. So can we know more about the Six of Wands and the specific? Well, the way that this is connecting is... this does have to do with a specific part of your destiny. And I don't know, not to say like your whole destiny, because it's obviously has different parts to it, but this was or is something very important to your destined path. So it could be something relating to your purpose, your mission, you know, just like whatever thing you envision for yourself and whatever you might have also been working with your guides on, you know. Six of Wands, please. Okay, wow, like seriously. You're getting really, really powerful cards. So this is not only the Death card, but in this deck, it's Death and Rebirth. And I'm very drawn to this right here, looking like home. You know, I've seen this card recently with someone, with the personal reading I did, and it does look like this is starseed energy. Okay, so it's really good because it's showing that whatever you were meant to do here on your mission, if you will, on Earth, it looks as though that is happening. Now, again, we have multiple areas where we could be working on, but here it's like it's a big part of it, okay? So like whether it was something with your career or a creative project or a specific task and goal that you wanted to do that's aligning with your soul's purpose and mission, you are doing that. Also with the Death and Rebirth card, this is also indicating... Well, actually, I mean, I feel like it could be indicating the rebirth of yourself and reaching a new spiritual level, one level up, kind of like you're rising, you're ascending. But it's also talking about the rebirth of the energy surrounding you as well. So, for example, any kind of ending of a previous cycle and starting fresh, okay? So some of you, well... I would say like a smaller number of you, you're actually facing the new chapter of something. So for example, you just opened a new business, or you know, you just started a particular, again, like a particular task or goal or project or anything like that. And that's what the Death and Rebirth energy is showing us. Again, I can't help but notice the Tower card at the bottom. So this is incredibly intense, transformative energy. This is the definition of transformation when I see the Tower card. Okay, what else do they need to know? And this, I feel like they're also being a little bit vague and broad, probably because you know exactly what this is talking about. And if you don't, you will very soon. Is there any other clues as to what we can say for what is transforming next in their life? Oopsie, I think I got too many. Okay, so we have Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Here we have the Judgment card. Okay, so yeah, this is exactly, I feel, the same energy because you can see the freedom. It's almost like the soul is being freed here. So that is going to be tied into this. There is going to be a huge element of freedom, whatever freedom means to you. So before with that Ace of Pentacles, some of it could be financial freedom. It could be mental freedom. It could be spiritual freedom where you just feel differently. You feel completely without burden. And over here with the Eight of Pentacles, I did feel breathless before, and I thought to myself, this must have been very hard work for you guys. Like there was so much work involved with this. And that's confirmed here with the Eight of Pentacles. There was quite a lot of mental work. Here, you know, I am getting a ton of mental work in a sense of a lot of trial and error, a lot of putting thought into this. I would add a lot of manifestation. There could have also been a lot of overthinking about this as well. And then the Two of Pentacles, okay. With the Two of Pentacles, I can see here that there have been many, many, many tries. You have tried and tried and tried and tried, and now you're succeeding. I told you I couldn't breathe the entire time, and yeah, that's probably partly me, but there's just so much going on here. With the Six of Wands, I actually kind of feel in terms of the timing, again, this can vary, but I do feel like this is happening quite soon. Okay, so readings like this are all of my readings are timeless unless I actually say otherwise in the title, like if I'm doing a weekly guidance reading. But the Six of Wands, I mean, that could be hinting even at the middle of the year. I know that sounds like a long time from now, but it doesn't mean that it's going to take that long. I think that basically what they're hinting at is this won't extend past the second half of the year if you're watching this when I'm posting it. And for many of you, this is happening. It can happen right away. So the timing, you know, there's too many people watching to really nail down the timing, but this is happening very soon. It's already almost in your hands. Some of you can already grasp it, but many of you, it's like right there. Here you can see, you know, she's kind of like reaching for something, literally light. She's actually reaching light, or even giving as well. Any final kind of clues as to what is transforming next in their life? And then maybe I'll grab another deck if I feel like it. Let me see. Okay. So with the Four of Cups here, it definitely looks like someone who's bored and waiting. Okay, so again, like, I don't know if you felt a little bit discouraged and said like, oh, you know, that's a long time from now. I mean, I get it, you know, I understand, like, nobody really wants to wait for any kind of results, but what I can tell you is that it's going to be absolutely worth it. Like, whatever you need to do in terms of changing your perspective on it so you don't feel bored, or if you want to focus on some other things as well that give you joy, please go and do that, because this is going to be completely, completely worth it. I mean, look at this. Nine of Pentacles, you know the usual way it looks. These cards obviously look quite different from the ones I usually use. But you're picking the fruit off of your tree, you know, like you're celebrating, you're happy, you are, look at that. I mean, the Ten of Cups, you have everything that you want. This is harmony, this is love, this is a sense of completion. It's so worth it, and then some. So, I mean, that's all they really have to say in terms of specifics. I'm trying to see if I can get anything else that, like, maybe I'll get advice as well. But group one, this is what they're talking about. What's transforming next in your life is basically a little bit of everything, you know, but mostly it's not just you that's transforming, because you have this death and rebirth that's going on. This is all cycling together. This is all a part of your destined path. So it's you, it's also the task or energy thing that you were manifesting. It's the track that you're on. All of this is coming together. So all of this bundled into one is what is transforming. So let's see if I can get some final advice. I'll just probably use my handmade deck here, the Untitled Tarot. Okay. Spirit, can we have any final advice for group number one, Rose Quartz? Okay, we have the Mama card, which is the Empress. Let's maybe get one or two more. Okay, we have the Monster in the Dark, which is the Devil card. And then we have the One, which is the Lovers. Okay, so the advice is pretty clear to me, especially with the Monster in the Dark card. They threw this in here because this is probably the number one concern of all humans, which is fear. The first thing that they said with Mama card, Empress card, is to stay in your power as much as you possibly can, to stay in your light. And it shouldn't be hard for you to do, because this is who you are naturally. Just be completely completely you, operate from the heart space where love, you know, flows through the most strongly, I guess. Stay connected to high vibrations and higher powers so that you're always protected. You can see that there's basically nature around her as well. So nature could also be very grounding and powerful for you. Do your best to stay out of the darkness, stay out of negative energy, stay out of negative thinking, protect yourself from negative influences if you happen to be around it, and stay out of illusion, group 1. This is the point of the darkness card. We have to turn on the light and see that the monster is an illusion. Okay, so I know that's easier said than done, obviously, right? But here, with the Lovers card, again, the same kind of thing. Stay connected in this loving energy. Stay in the light. Stay balanced. And, you know, I know this is incredibly cheesy, but love, the energy of love, is the way to do that. I'm not talking necessarily about romantic love. I'm talking about the energy of love, which is, again, something from the heart space. It's that warmth. It's that positivity. It's that unconditional love, okay? So that is all they have for you. Otherwise, you're really killing it out here. Like, that's not a good phrase, but like, you're really doing incredible work. Keep it up. Just keep going. If you need further advice, I have plenty of other pick a cards, like if you feel called to any of them. I'm still doing personal readings. Starting next month, I probably won't, or like maybe in the next 2 months, I won't be doing as many. So if you guys are called to get a personal reading from me, I would suggest doing it now, because in the future it won't be as available. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I hope that this was helpful. Look out for my video about my handmade products that I will release in probably this week. And you guys can purchase that if you're in the US, because they're all liquid, sorry. So thank you guys once again, sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care, bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the agate geode. So let's see how I ask the question here. Spirit, this reading is for group number 2, please. Please and thank you. What is transforming next in their life, or what area is being affected? Please and thank you. Okay, so this is the Light Seers Tarot. A little hard to shuffle. Okay. I don't know what that beep was, sorry. Spirit, for group number 2, do you have a starting message for them, our agate group? What is your starting message, general message? Okay, this is interesting indeed, especially because this deck is really cool. So we have here the Page of Pentacles that caught my eye. Immediately I wanted to tell you that there is something that is still aligning. This doesn't mean you have to wait a long time, but there's just the stance of the person here is making me feel like something is still kind of coming into balance. Once that happens, there should be immediate shift for you, which I'll hopefully get more about that later with the Knight of Swords here. But let's see. Okay, so you got the Moon. Okay, this does make sense to me. When I see the Moon card, I often think of unconscious or sort of like behind the scenes sort of energy, similar to the High Priestess, like actually almost identical at times. So there is something that is still kind of in mystery, and I promise you I'll figure out what this is and what actually is transforming. But you know, I'm kind of doing this as I go along. So you might feel a little weird right now, group 2, and I completely understand that feeling. And I do believe we have some type of I think it's a super moon going on. Could be Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So if you feel kind of wonky, this is the reason why. Something is currently transforming as we speak behind the scenes in your life right now, okay? So I don't know exactly what it will be. Obviously, it starts with us, but we'll see what it's going to affect specifically. All right, what do they need to know, please, Spirit? Moving forward, what is transforming next in their life for group number 2? They said something about communication when I saw the 2 wolves here. So there could be some type of 5D communication or even other forms of communication that's affecting the whole energy stream. Oh my goodness, the Sun card. Okay, so this is coming in fast. exactly know when, but they did say something about March up to March 8th. If you are watching this when I'm posting it, at least. I don't know otherwise, but this is coming in very fast. And I did say that with the Knight of Swords, and there it is. So we're talking about just like 1 month exactly, well, almost by a couple of hours. So yeah, 1 month, almost exactly, where this is going to shift for you, okay? The timing, of course, can vary, just different people watching, but on average, it's going to be that time frame. The Sun card is coming in quite literally hot. It's like it's coming in hot, and this is this sudden uplift of energy that really feels like a high. I'm trying to word this properly. I definitely know what this feels like because I've had a lot of highs and lows in my life, and it's just like buzzing energy, okay? Now, I don't know exactly what this is going to affect in your transformation, but at least the first part of this, we can see that your mentality and your energy balance is clearly being affected here because it started off not exactly in a low. I don't know if you have been feeling low. That's not a guarantee, but again, if you have been feeling off. So the Sun card comes in and just it just is lifting everything higher. Now I'm trying to figure it out just by this card. I'll draw more. It is showing us that you're going to have a heightened sense of vision, and it was going literally like this, where it felt like a jar opening. So this could be affecting your third eye chakra, which is the center of vision. Yes, it could also be affecting your crown chakra too, just basically your connection to higher realms. Someone did a reading for me quite some time ago, and she drew this card, and she said that she heard the word realms, and I actually just heard it too, which is really interesting. So we have almost like a realm or even a dimension that seems to be opening up for you, which sounds a little scary, but it's pretty freaking cool. Like, I don't know what's going on here, and I will look into it, but that's amazing. It looks like this person is being lifted up higher, so we can see the ascension process happening. We can see the enlightenment happening. And again, this is happening quickly. So if you're not used to that kind of shift where it's just like, boom, all of a sudden you feel low and then all of a sudden you feel high. If you're not used to that, you might even be a bit kind of taken aback by that. It might be kind of jarring for you. So you may want to like prep yourself. I don't know exactly how to do that, but this is happening, and it's just going to be this unexpected shift. It's going to be this unexpected elevation, so be prepared. I really don't know how a good way you could prepare. I suppose if you just kind of are used to going with the flow and you're like, I'm open for anything, hey, like, let's do it. The Sun card, please. Thank you. Now, along with the Sun card, which is joy, happiness, warmth, positive vibration, this is going to bring in a buttload of opportunities. I'm sorry for phrasing it that way, but this is going to bring in a ton of opportunities for you. And interestingly, we see more than one ladder, okay? That's really wild because that's exactly what this was talking about, like rising higher. You might be asking, well, they want you, I would think, to ask yourself, in what way do you want to rise higher? In what area of your life do you want to rise higher? Like, obviously we can think of examples like, oh, I want to rise higher in my career ladder and whatever, but that's just one sort of, expected answer. There could be tons of ways that you're wanting to rise higher, and Spirit is asking you to begin to think about that. Your guides are asking you to truly think about and reflect on what ways you want to rise higher. Because the moment that you're able to think about that, have that truth and clarity, and put it out there into the universe, you're effectively going to manifest it. That's why they're asking you to do this, and that's why they're kind of focusing in on this card here. Okay, I'm excited. So do you want, this is just me being biased as heck, but do you want to be a better writer? Do you want to be a better creator? Do you want to be more balanced and elevated in terms of your moods? Do you want to be a better, like, not to say that you're not good, it's just like they're asking you again elevation wise, okay? So ask yourself these questions. They even said something about like being a better, like, let's say loved one, like whatever it might be, a better mother, family member, partner, friend, you know, any of those things, okay? And this is really aligning only with what you have wanted. This is only if you were thinking of that. Like if you were previously thinking that you're like, you said to yourself, oh, I really wish I did more of this, or was more of this, or was better at whatever. And I'm hoping that it was not in a way that was affecting your self-worth, but this is really just adding to it was adding to the energy of you. It was adding to the light of you, okay? I am going to note here, I'm having a lot of trouble speaking in this reading. So I don't know if it was the funky energy over here with the moon. I did mention something about communication. So there's a chance that your communication is affected right now. I don't know if that is the case, but I'm going to grab my little teeny, what is this? I think this might be blue onyx. So I'm just gonna hold that for a second. Maybe put it on the throat chakra because this is like, it's kind of tough. Is there anything else that they need to know? What is transforming in their life and how? All right. You have 2 cards. Well, actually, wow, you have 3. Holy mo. Okay, that's crazy. You have 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, and 10 of Cups. And the World card, you have 4 cards in a row that indicate the ending of a cycle. That kind of just blew me away. Even after all this time, I get blown away by the tarot. So 10, 10, 10, and then the World card, the final card of the Major Arcana. This is huge. Okay, I am so excited for you guys because I definitely can empathize with what this feels like. I don't know about you guys, like, so many of us have really struggled with cycles for like basically our whole lives, okay? And I don't know if it's karmic. I recently asked that to somebody and I was like, can you please tell me what is going on here? Why do I have to keep going through this? And I'm seeing this for you guys. Okay? I can't even talk. A cycle, big cycle for you guys, a very powerful cycle that you have suffered through for a long time is finally coming to an end, and I couldn't be happier for you. The 10 of Swords, you know, like it's typically in my other deck, you would see the swords in the back. Here, this is the one person carrying all the wands, okay? And then here, it's almost like showing almost like a glimpse of the future to show the happiness that you will be accumulating and enjoying. And then again, we have the World card. So we can see here the face, very joyful, literally in some kind of a ring, or I don't know if this is like the ring of some kind. And then we have the symbols in the background. It's just basically showing you are aligning with your destiny. You are aligning with your path. I have so much emotion right now. I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. So when I said before, like, to prepare yourself, I can see why. That's probably why I can't get it together. Like, there's just so much energy. So I'm going to grab some advice for you, but I feel like, you know, it's not really needed. Any other messages from this deck? Temperance. Oh, that's funny. So the Temperance card is a card of balance, okay? So again, any way that you can find balance within yourself, and this is really coming through similarly here, just the imagery. Any way that you can achieve balance within yourself is advised right now. So we're looking at, of course, things like meditating, taking care of your physical balance, making sure that you're not working too much or too little, or sleeping too much or too little. I don't know, like any way that you can find better balance, where you look at your life and yourself and you're seeing, is there too much of something or too little of something? That's really the easiest way I can put it. But again, meditation is really wonderful. Anything where you will have that sense of balance and peace is also advised, okay? Final message, final advice. This is my handmade deck, the Child Tarot. Spirit, final advice, please, for group number 2, our agate group. I'm also really drawn to this, I think it's like I don't know if it's like a garment that has that mandala thing. I have one that looks just like that. I got off Amazon. And it's just really beautiful. Too bad you can't see it on camera, but I don't know if you're drawn to stuff like that. Just anything involved with that shape to help meditation and things like that. Let's see, final advice. Well, no matter what happens, I really trust that you guys will never give up, because you haven't already given up. Like, you haven't thus far. So why would you now, you know? Like, I feel like you guys are the fighters, the warriors, and the ones who know that they have no choice except to just keep going. Not that you have to always be fighting, but that's what this card gave me the impression of, okay? So I know that you're going to keep going. So if you just keep going and just give it a little bit more, I promise you, you will have the reward from that, okay? And again, I don't know exact timing because this is a general reading. We did get a time frame, but you know, everyone's individual path can sometimes vary, but this is inevitably going to be the result if you just keep going with this energy sequence, okay? Be careful though, because I get it. Like, sometimes we might just really like kind of feed into negative energies in our shadow. That's the one thing I would say do not do. That's part of your advice. Try not to feed into any shadows, which would be negativity, which would be like, if it's really extreme, it could even be like hopelessness or just any kind of negativity at all. Really try not to feed into that, because that would be the number one thing or the only thing that is preventing you from this. And this is light, okay? Ask your angels for added protection, guidance, anything that you need. Your final card we have. Okay, I'm convinced, okay? This is the game, the Fool card, which is the card right after the World. So we have the final card and then the beginning card. So they really convinced me that this is quite real and intense, that you're starting this completely new beginning, and look how happy you are, okay? Be proud of yourself, group 2. Be proud of yourself and everything that you've come through. And your guides are incredibly proud of you as well. Your ancestors, everybody's so proud of you as they're watching this reading, okay? So I'm going to leave it there. This was really an amazing reading, and I'm just like so beside myself. I need a moment. Thank you guys. Oh, I forgot. Yes, I talked in the intro. If you are interested in some of my handmade products, I even have one for grounding actually, which is funny because I definitely need that right now. I'll put out a small video, short video for that next time, and I'll link you. Anyway, thank you guys. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the Crystal Lotus. So this is the Light Seers Tarot. Let's shuffle and get into your energy. Spirit, this reading is for group number 3, please. Our Crystal Lotus group, and what is transforming next in their life, please, and thank you for group 3. Spirit, do you have a general starting message for group number 3 in their highest good? What is transforming next in their life, or just a general starting message? Thank you. I mean, they definitely use the word blossoming just because I was gazing at the lovely lotus. We have here the Knight of Pentacles. Can you tell us, Spirit, moving forward or even now, what is transforming next in their life? Group 3, Crystal Lotus. Thank you. I think this is going to be an interesting message. Getting a bunch of different messages. Now I have to put them all together like a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the Fool, and then the 7 of Wands. Okay, so, this is quite unique. The first 2 groups, nothing like this. You guys, for some reason, you're not getting one answer. You're not getting a cohesive message. So I'm going to tell you the story, and I'm going to just let this unfold. So that makes sense to me, perfect sense to me, because that is exactly what we see in nature. We see the gradual blooming and unfolding of something, such as a lotus. The first card, the Knight of Pentacles, here they first told me that this is something that you have been working on in a very dedicated manner, step-by-step approach. So basically it's like gradual growth. And I noticed the the bare feet being connected to the earth. So I got this feeling of like roots. Okay, so it's almost like you were being grounded slowly over time, kind of like working on your growth and development. Not even to say slowly, but that it's almost like strategically. This is what it had to be. Growth is slow or gradual in many ways, okay? But this really shows the time and the dedication and even, of course, the patience that you have put into this. So there's the first part of what we're looking at. Now with the Two of Pentacles, I'm also feeling something about, this is a bit more recent. This could have been extremely recent for many of you. This is a feeling of getting to this point where you had to sincerely decide something. And I don't want to use the word indecisive, but that obviously could have affected some of you. But this does feel like you had to decide something, and there could have been some trouble with that. I got a bit anxious and I was going like this. It's weird. It's almost like forming this weird yin-yang. So I don't know, like there was this balancing act going on there with the Two of Pentacles. With the Hanged Man though, I don't know if this is happening for you now, because it very well could be the energy of now or in the near future, let's say a couple of days or something like that, or a few days. This is where you're going to surrender. This is where you're going to completely let go and completely trust within the universe. And then the Fool card is I mean, what this really is you taking a leap of faith and having the utmost faith within spirit, within your guides and your path and yourself. Although you won't quite feel good about it yet, you won't have that sense of elation just yet, because you may still feel kind of hesitant and you may still feel just a bit confused, but we will get more information on that. And then we have the Seven of Wands. And this is really different than the usual Seven of Wands, or the one that I'm used to. But it basically here, from what I'm seeing here, is that there's a sense of power growing within you. So we're drawn to the solar plexus here. There's something growing within you that is going to really take you to a new level. So although they didn't tell you necessarily what is the transformation, I mean, obviously it starts with you. That's true for all of the groups. That's where it started. And if this sounded familiar, at least you kind of have an idea. So let's see. Spirit, then what is this leading us to? What is the actual transformation, or the area of their life, or the end result here of at least this energy stream? Please and thank you. Group three. I don't know if I have to switch the deck. Let me see. Okay, now a little bit of advice came through. It snuck through. I was trying to get that at the end. I did that for the others. It came through right away. Group 3, if you feel a little bit like you are stuck right now, they are kind of nudging you here. There's a bit of fear. We have the 9 and the 2 of Swords, and on the Rider deck, we do have double blindfolds, basically. Oh, wait, no, actually, that would be the 8 of Swords. But here, she's covering her face, and here we have the blindfold. So we can't see. We cannot see in front of us. We cannot see the bigger picture. And that right there is exactly the issue, is what they're saying. Like, this is the advice. They're asking you to remove this blindfold. So I don't know exactly how to do that, because like we don't even usually know that we have the blindfold. But what you could do is you could manifest clarity. You can say to your guides and angels, please give me clarity, you know, no matter what that requires. I'm open to receiving clarity. I'm open to receiving truth. There is definitely something here that is still not quite revealed or not quite clear. Okay, now obviously that could be the result of fear, okay, especially with the 9 of Swords. She can't even sleep because she's worrying so much, okay, or this person is worrying so much. And over here, this is similar to the 2 of Pentacles. There's this, I actually heard the birds like going caw caw, like sorry, on like the 2 separate sides, to kind of say that there's just like so much noise and there's so much pressure coming from multiple areas, and like the 2 different sides. This even looks like a seesaw actually over here. So there's just a lot going on. There's a lot of noise. Any way that you can manifest a little bit of clarity and truth, or just some sort of peace, like some sort of quiet, is very much recommended right now. This is going to help everything move forward, okay? Now we have the Page of Swords. there is going to be an idea, okay? There is going to be a little bit of a feeling of relief within the next 7 days. They told me, okay? Like they said the number 7, but I feel like it's 7 days. And there will be further balancing. You will get some kind of information. So do not worry. I know it's hard, but do not worry, because there should be some clarity coming in soon. You guys are, the reason this is unique as well is because it's almost like they're not really giving you a prediction. They're more kind of telling you how to make this transformation happen, right? So it's almost like it hasn't happened. It's almost like it's not to say it's not guaranteed, but they're saying this step you're taking right now is going to be crucial to make it happen. So heed the word, I guess, you know. Spirit, what is this transforming in their life next, please, as we move forward? I do see, hold on. I do see you letting go, group 3, of, well, for some of you, it could be a connection, whether it's romantic or not. It could be any kind of connection. If it's not a connection in that sense, I do definitely see you letting go of something, and like they said something about washing away or sailing away with here the 6 of Swords. Okay, so we can see that this, you can see the matching color there, that this was very much a source of a ton of anxiety and worry for you guys, as well as the blindfold. So many of you are going to sail away from something that was really keeping you, I guess, in the darkness, in the shadows, in the negative in any sense. And it was also, I would tell you, it was actually taking a lot of your strength and power away from you. And that's why we had this card from before, because this is indicating that you're growing your power again. The only way that you were able to regain your power was actually to let something go, because it was basically blocking your power and your strength. Alrighty. So let's get a little more information. But as you can see here, I suppose the answer is that, you know, there is not just one specific thing that's transforming in your life. This basically could be your entire situation, especially if you have to really walk away from something that was a substantial energy in your life. Again, whether it was a very strong and powerful connection, like even a long-lasting one, or it was like a specific way of life, or if it was an environmental thing, there's a lot that's transforming for you. In addition to that, it's your mindset is transforming, because again, you're sort of like waking up or taking this risk or having more faith. All right, and what else? What else do we need to know about what's transforming in their life? If you find that this is a bit still too confusing or complicated, I have a couple of readings that are mini readings. So if you want, just scroll back on my videos list, and you can just ask the quick guidance there. That actually might be really beneficial. You know what? I'll probably link that below if I remember. Alrighty. Anything else that they need to know? What is transforming next in their life? So we are led to this conclusion that the biggest thing that's transforming in your life right now, ultimately, basically at the end of all of this, is your heart chakra, okay? And you as well within all of your chakras, but this is the biggest thing that's being transformed. This is the thing that needed to transform the most, because as you can see, there's a lot of pain and I would say sorrow or blockage here. And this is actually leading to everything else. The heart chakra being wounded at whatever point in your life, I felt like it was really bleeding more because of certain events here, like even more than the original wound. And it was affecting your ability to have that clarity and truth. It was affecting your ability to decide things. It was affecting your power. It was affecting your trust in the whole grand scheme of things. Okay, so this is big. So I'm sorry it took me so long, but you know how it goes with my readings. This is what's transforming next in your life. The ultimate biggest thing is your heart chakra, your heart space. So when we say transforming, obviously here we mean healing. There could be basically a rebirth within your heart space, a complete regeneration, a rebirth. And then we come back to that lotus where you're blossoming into something new. And then we have the Page of Wands. So here is like the first card that I can see that this is who you really are. This is you in your truest self. This is you in your passion or joy, mainly joy. And you can see the freedom here. It's funny because I don't normally use this deck, but the Fool card usually is a lot happier. That's not the vibe I got at all from this Fool card, but I am getting it here from the Page of Wands. This essentially is your inner child coming out, your inner fire child coming out here, and just being completely free, completely trusting of everything again, and just like having a total flip of the mindset, going back to the Hanged Man. All right, so that being said, this is the type of enlightenment that does seem that it was going to happen gradually. Again, coming back to your very first card, which was the Knight of Pentacles. This is going to be gradual. It's funny because, oh my goodness, the group right before you, it was like total opposite message. It was just like, it was like low, and then all of a sudden it was this breakneck speed high. That's not going to happen here, I feel. I think for you guys, it's almost like you're going to be able to see it coming, and every day you're going to feel a little bit more energy. You're going to feel a little bit more clarity, a little bit better. Okay, and a little bit more hopeful. So once that begins, you can probably expect that that will continue almost like in increments as we move forward, okay? So quite interesting. Let's get a final advice from my handmade deck here. I don't even have to tell you guys to be patient, because that's like the whole concept for you already. Spirit, final advice, final message for group number 3. Thank you. All right. Okay, so same card here. This is the Strength card, Kitty. Lean on me. That's what they just simply said. Just lean on me. So whether you have a spirit guide, you have someone or an energy in your life, even if it's like Mother Nature herself, because we have the tree in the background, they said, lean on me. You don't have to do this alone. And even I had to learn that the hard way over a very long time. I didn't know about spirit guides, and I didn't know about spirituality and connecting to, you know, everything out there. So they said, lean on me. And then we have the Hanged Man again, hanging around. Okay. I don't know if there's like an additional message. Let's see. And then we have Daydream, which is the High Priestess. I was very much drawn to the helmets. So either they want you to protect yourself and your energy, even specifically protect, like, okay, that's gonna sound weird, but like you might need to protect your head. Like, I don't know what they mean by that. If that's a literal thing, wear a helmet if you're like gonna do something dangerous, like, you know, ride a bike or whatever. That's very random. But they said something about protecting your head. So either they're talking literally, or they're talking about like protecting your crown chakra. Okay, kind of ominous there. And then they have this one with the Daydream card. So in many different ways, you're going to be receiving a lot of psychic messages soon. Again, whether they're dreams or just little signs or little mysterious things. So if you do happen to notice that within the next week or so, try to take note of it, and then you can piece it all together, kind of like I did at the beginning. I said it was like a jigsaw puzzle, so that's interesting as well. If you can't remember your dreams easily, write it down as soon as you wake up, okay? Because there could be some information there for you. So, oh man, this reading was a challenge. This was definitely, you know, it was difficult to piece together. But group 3, that's what I have for you. And wow, I mean, it really was powerful. Incredibly powerful. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you want to do anything differently, now is the perfect time to start. Maybe work with the moon phases if you know about that, or you can Google it, because I don't know much about it either. But yeah, thank you to your guides for their messages as well. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. And I mentioned in the intro, I'll be putting out a short video for some of my handmade products if you guys want to check that out in the next one. Okay, so thank you. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the Incense Holder. All right. This is the Light Seers Tarot. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4. Sorry, had to write something down. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4. Please and thank you. What is transforming next in their life? Can we please have a starting message? Just anything that they need to know, especially about this. What is transforming next in their life? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so literally looks like a headache here with the Five of Swords. Anytime I see the Five of Swords, I always think of the fact that it's temporary. So there could be something coming back into alignment, because there definitely, I feel like something has been out of whack. Spirit, can you tell us, moving forward, what is transforming next in their life? Group number 4. They said to me, the way that you are hearing something, and I feel like they're talking about your, most likely, your clairaudience. I don't know if all of you consider that you have this ability, but from what I am seeing here, I would ballpark it at 95% of you have clairaudience, so you are able to hear messages, or sometimes there could be even sounds that you cannot explain in your world. And that's what they're trying to show here. I'm getting this vision of this person here actually rubbing their head, and what I am feeling from this is that this is reminding me of when I used to get these mysterious headaches or migraines, and it was a blocked chakra. So I kind of feel like something is opening up for you. I don't know if you have to assist in this. If you do feel called to assist in the opening of this particular energy center, please check out the energy healing video I've done. It's below, where I talk about these techniques. Okay, so I had to stop. I had to actually put the deck down to tell you that, because it's like it was a lot of energy. Spirit, moving forward, what is transforming next in their life? Another thing that they said is that you have to cut something out. The imagery here, this little person in the background, the body language gives me this impression of something like, of saying, Jesus, sorry, of someone saying, like, cut this out. There's too much confusion. There's too much, I think it even could be for some of you, too much obligation or too much responsibility or something like that. Now, if someone happens to be taking advantage of you and your kindness, that is right there the number one advice. They're going right into the advice here, okay? Because there's something that's too much, and they're asking you to cut this out. I'm not suggesting to do anything in a way that's like harmful or, you know, whatever. Like, follow your intuition, of course, and your best judgment. But they are indicating that something definitely needs to be put to a stop, only because it was harming you. I mean, look at this person. They look kind of miserable, actually. So something needs to be put to a stop there, okay? Now, the card that flipped for you was, interestingly, the Queen of Swords, okay? All right. The Queen of Swords is the card of clarity, the Queen of Clarity. And, I mean, there she has it there. And this is perfect clarity here. I'm drawn to this cup here, though, or bowl, and I'm noticing the obvious sort of, like, it looks like a little cage there, and I'm wondering about that. I don't think, I mean, first of all, you guys are not blocked here. Like, there is this beautiful openness, there is truth, there is communication and clarity. You are connecting with a lot of higher level things. However, there is something within your heart chakra that really needs to sing, and I'm noticing the dark clothing. Okay, like the dark colors here that's coming through. So what I am feeling here is that, oh boy, yeah, this is similar to the group right before you. This has something to do with your heart. I don't think that's your main message. I think you're going to get a little bit of a few things, but there is something within your heart space, your heart chakra, your emotions. Okay, there's something here that's trapped or stuck. Now, what's going to happen is the more that you have the psychic clarity and just mental clarity, you should be seeing a lot of answers about yourself and your life and the future coming through. And although it's very important to be logical and practical and all of that, see, it's not, you see how slowly the message is coming out. They're asking you to pay attention to your emotions for a second here. They want you to tap into your emotional self, okay? That I can't let go of this card. Like the poor little bowl is just like completely, you know, like something here is trapped. So I feel for most of you it is the heart space, but we never really know. I mean, there could be something else that's trapped within you that is connecting to emotions. So my guess would be that it is either your heart chakra, which is basically the ability to love, receive love, give love, not like romantic love. We're talking about like, you know, the higher kind of love, which is unconditional love and light. But for many of you, it also could be the sacral chakra, which is the seat of emotions and enjoyment and pleasure and, you know, just having that overall balance. There is something here, okay? Geez, this is really tough to get out. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. What else do we need to know, please? What is transforming next in their life? So we have the Four of Swords now, and we do have the heart. We actually have the imagery here, and it does look like this person is quite relieved, just to be resting, just to feel safe. And here, the vibe that I was getting was like they said something kind of like, you don't have to be hard, like hardened. So I'm not sure if some of you have been putting up some of these walls, and now I can kind of understand this. I don't know if it was intentional, obviously, or not, but it does look like you were trying to protect yourself. You were trying to shield something. But here, you're kind of just letting that rest. You're putting that wall down. You're just enjoying a sense of safety for a second in this little nest here. Okay, so you are resting. You are allowing yourself to rest. You're letting your heart rest, okay? Okay. Anything else? What do they need to know? What is transforming next in their life? Thank you. Okay, we have here the King of Cups. There goes that bowl. This is really, that's really something that you got a different suit as a hidden message, because the swords in the Light Seers Tarot is the birds, like they show the birds on all of the sword cards, but you actually got a hidden message with the cups, which is that little bowl there, okay? So King of Cups, and then you also got the King of Pentacles as well. Now, I don't know if there is a specific message here for you guys with regard to paternal energy. So whether it's like a father figure, a masculine energy, whatever the case is. But what I am feeling here is the need for some kind of energy of feeling protected. It does appear to me that there is an imbalance here when it comes to the inner masculine feminine energies. So this appears to me very healing for you right now. And this is what you could be needing. So if you resonate with that, what you could do, obviously, if you don't like have these types of energies in your life with, for example, people or whatever, what you could do is you could meditate on this and ask for the masculine energies of nature. So I've heard of people, you know how we have Mother Earth, Earth Mother, people would call on Sky Father, or, you know, like if you have different religious beliefs, or if you have different, let's say, spirit guides that you resonate with, and any of the masculine energies here is what I'm seeing, that it's going to be very healing for you, okay? And what else I'm also seeing here is with the wolf, like I was just kind of, they even said something having to do with like a vision quest. I don't know if that's like, I don't know, I just think of, like, I just think of that when I see the wolf, and it's just like this powerful communicator and guide, like an actual ancestor that wants to come through. Okay, so any way that you can meditate, go into nature, is really going to be healing for you. And now what I'm kind of noticing here, again, I'm noticing the cup or the bowl. And what I am seeing here is that the moment that you feel safe and you feel protected is the moment that you're going to be able to free this blocked space within you. So again, whether it's the heart chakra, the sacral chakra, whatever it is, you're going to finally feel safe. Okay, so I'm sorry that this was so much. I know this was a lot. This is pretty expected of me because I'm a therapist. Like, you know, like this is just normal to me, but I'm sorry if this was a lot for you. If you need to just like take a break, I totally get it. But this is what it seems like is transforming for you guys. Essentially, it's you, it's your chakras, and then now let's see how this is going to impact your three-dimensional world the most. Okay, so how is this going to affect what is going to transform in their outer world, please? We have the Knight of Swords. You're going to take action with something very soon, or something is going to shift towards that sort of more action energy. Interestingly, that is associated with masculine energy too. Yeah, they said something like you're going to get moving, like something's going to get moving. That was previously trapped before, and that you were very, very, very afraid to face. You were intensely afraid to face something. So this could have felt like emotional paralysis, or, you know, something of that nature. And can you tell us a little bit more about the end result? What's coming towards them soon with this transformation? Okay, we have this really lovely Three of Cups. Like I felt such an overwhelming peace with this. This is not usually what I'm used to with the Three of Cups, but here I felt this sense of, you know, like the stargazing with a soul family. This is peace, this is harmony, this is love, this is just all kinds of beautiful, beautiful tranquility here. And then I got the Four of Cups. So, and the Four of Cups, and well, actually, we do kind of typically see this in the Rider deck, which is what I usually use. There's this random hand that's coming through to give you a cup of some type of energy. So there is a gift. There is going to be something that's going to be given to you as a gift. That's a bit more of the spiritual answer. So the area of your life that's going to be affected, the only hint I have is this. You were afraid of this before in terms of like completing it, in terms of facing it. There's something here. So what does this mean? Three-dimensional world, final message for them. The only thing that they're telling us, because everyone has a different energy, again, they're actually telling me the same thing. Look at the similarity here. There was something you were terrified of, whether it's you're terrified to face it, to do it, to confront it, any of these. This is not going to be there anymore. This is going to be freed. You're going to completely surrender here with the Hanged Man, and you're going to get on moving, or the energy will get on moving is what they said. And you're going to go straight for this, okay? So obviously this can affect your three-dimensional world in many different ways. So it's not specific to a situation, but it is specific to the mindset, okay? So whatever it was that was keeping you trapped and you were terrified of before, you're going to go straight for it. The energy is going to get moving again. And I don't know exactly what the story is after that, but let me know. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing for you guys. Just for, since I did this for everyone else, I'll get one more thing for you in my deck here. The Child Tarot. Spirit, any final advice or message for group number 4? You know, now I'm looking at it and I actually find this kind of cool. You guys chose like almost, it matches exactly. Like there is something here inside. These are just herbs from like a while ago, but this is like your heart space, like something needs to be opened up. I thought that was really interesting. Final message or advice, please, for group number 4. Okay, I think the other group also got this as well. Kitty is the Strength card, the 8 of Imagination or Cups, and then we have the Child of Polynoses or Pentacles. Someone said here, I don't know if it's a guide or someone you're connected to, but they said, I'm here for you. So don't be afraid to ask for help, especially from your divine guidance. Here with the 8 of Cups, I mean, yes, this could certainly be that you're walking away from something, getting ready to gear up and travel in that next adventure or that next chapter of your life. But they also are, of course, you know, pointing to the writing. Okay, so I don't know if you guys happen to be writers, if this is like something that resonates with your soul, or, you know, just there's something there with writing. And then the final card is just play. They told me this before I got the cards. They said play, and here it is. Okay, so come back to this this energy of your inner child, or just let's even just say inner joy. I know that's hard to find sometimes, but it is there and it is natural. So any way at all that you can let yourself just play and not overthink it, go and do that next, okay? Alrighty, so really intense, amazing reading. Group number 4, that's what I have for you for today. I hope that this was helpful. It was challenging for me. But let me know. I'm really interested to know what's happening here or what's going to happen. And good luck with everything. Okay. So I mentioned in the intro, I have the the handmade healing products that I have a limited stock, but I am gonna open that up soon. I'll give a short video for that so you guys can check that out. So thank you once again. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.